Hey everybody, it's Caitlin with Glitter Chimp coming to you from my craft room today to do the next tutorial with you guys. So last video we did the Starbucks snow globe tumblers and they're a lot of fun. So I thought, why not expand on that? So today's tutorial, we're gonna do the Starbucks snow globe tutorial, but turning the snow globe tutorial into a peekaboo snow globe. So I'm gonna show you guys how we get that done with one of the tumblers we did before, we did in the last video. So I have my cup and I'm going to show you guys how to do the next steps to make this into a peekaboo. Okay, so for the first step of this project, what you're going to do is take the lid and the straw off. You don't need it for right now, so just put it off to the side. And you're going to have your tumbler. Now, when we do this, you don't want to get any spray paint, any epoxy inside of this tumbler because you can't put acetone in here because it will actually fog the plastic. So what we do first is we get our blue painter's tape right here, my favorite thing. And you are going to want to put tape along the lip of the cup. Now when you do this, you're going to notice where there's a line, like a little, like my nail can crack it here. But you're going to notice, please ignore my cricket back there. Yeah, it's done. So what this is a little line, it's a seam, and you're going to put the tape right at that seam. So I'm going to try to do this so y'all can see what I'm doing here. As y'all know, I tend to make music when I'm doing this. And you're just doing this to cover the seam, and that way no spray paint gets there, no epoxy gets inside of that cup, because you do not want it to get on these the ridges inside of the tumbler. I really wish I had thinner tape right now, but I don't. So just gonna move around the cup. I'm probably gonna speed this part up because it takes so long. Quit giggling at me. Say hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Olivia's my camera operator today. All right, so we've made it around the cup. Now we just take the tape, fold it in. So now the inside of the cup is protected from spray paint, epoxy, and all of the other things that can get inside. Because we don't want that inside. No. All right, so now that's done. You're gonna make sure you've got that tape nice and sealed, flat on that cup. All right, so now you have a nice seam. Looks great. Sorry for the earthquake test there. Okay, there we go. All right, so now we're gonna get to the next part, which is putting the vinyl on. So for that, we're gonna move the camera from above. That way it's easier for you guys to see. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So this tumbler was done with Summer Vibes, which is a summery mix, but at the same time, it's also really cute for Valentine's Day. And I figured, hey, Monday's Valentine's Day, so let's go with it, right? Okay, so I have the cup. I have my vinyl already peeled. Whoa, that's like crazy static there. All right, so what I have to try to do is get the circle to line up with this circle right here. And then you just lay it down. Now this is a file I bought on Etsy, so it's already measured out for the 16-ounce cold tumbler. So once I get it set, just gonna wrap it this way and then go back around and wrap it the other way, because you always are gonna wanna start with the circle, that way your stuff lines up properly. Now you go wrap around this direction. And I have one heart here that's kind of over the tumbler, which is fine. Because what I'm going to do is take it and I'm going to move it me just get these to stick. All right. Oh, come on, stick to the cup, guys. Stick to the cup. All right, so like I said, I had this one little heart that didn't want to, that's over the top, which is totally fine because I'm literally just going to take it and just stick it right there. So it's perfect right there. And any of the pieces where the heart is sticking over it, I'm just going to lay that down because it's not necessary to be there. This is going to be super cute. I get all of this to lay as flat as I can. Stuff is so sticky. All right, ooh, got some air bubbles there. No worries. Oh, it's not a mistake. I see a piece that I forgot to weed. Let's have to fix that. There we go. All right, like I just said, I saw a piece right here, and I forgot to pull the vinyl out of the middle. Happens to us all. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap these little heart pieces that are at the bottom. Make sure I got all the air bubbles because sometimes there's little air pockets that get underneath the vinyl. And everything looks good here. Everything's flat, which is the most important thing. That way the spray paint doesn't get underneath the vinyl. Okay. So I have this all done, and now I have the circle, which I don't want the circle there because I still want the circle to show through their logo. So what I did was I measured in my Cricut program just the circle that fits in that little hole right there. And I just added a circle, and I'm going to just cover this up to protect it, so that I still see that logo popping through the cup whenever I peel all of this off. So now that this is on there and done, I will go outside now and spray paint this. And I'm not sure I'm gonna spray paint it yet, but we'll figure that out when I get outside. So we're gonna move now outside to do the next part of this video. Okay guys, so we're outside now. I've got my tumbler here. I'm gonna be doing a pink to white ombre. So the pink paint I'm using is Candy Pink Gloss from Rust-Oleum. It's just what I have here in the house. And then the white paint that we're gonna use is just a flat white paint. So we're gonna start first with the pink. And I'm gonna go basically halfway through the logo. So basically where the second line is. Don't forget to get that bottom. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to do the white. I'm going to add a little bit more pink. So I think I went a little crazy on the white there. All right, so now I'm going to let this dry and we'll go inside and do the next part once it's dry. All right, so we have our tumbler here ready to be peeled. So I'm actually gonna go and just take this out for now and start to peel. So I'm actually gonna do this as a time lapse just because this is gonna take me a few minutes, but this way it'll be done faster in the video. So we're just gonna start peeling off piece by piece like you would any other peekaboo. So let's get to peeling. All right, so that is it all peeled. I love these cups, y'all. This is becoming my new favorite thing. All right, so there they are, and then you get the glitter that flows down. So what my next step is going to be is to put on some epoxy, and I think I'm gonna add some of the Divas to it to give it a little extra sparkle on the top layer. So I'm gonna epoxy this entire thing, and we will get to that part in the next part of this video. All right, so I'm going to be mixing up my epoxy here. I'm actually mixing up the new Glitter Chimp Pro Plus, which is our new fast set epoxy. It's gonna have a setup time of about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the temperature, humidity, and everything, and where you're working. Yeah, so it's gonna be cured, ready to go within about an hour, hour and a half for me to be able to put a second coat on if needed. Usually for this type of a tumbler, you only need the one coat of epoxy, which is why it's kind of awesome, because you only need one coat. I'm trying to kind of go with the colors that are in the cup. So I have two different Divas, and I'm trying to decide which one to do. So I did, the ombre looks great on this, and I'm really excited because it's got that nice pink to white with the spray paint. I did have, and as it's turning, you'll see it. I think you'll see it. If not, then whatever, it's fine. My white spray paint, for some reason, kind of like sputtered. And so I have this weird texture on the top, but I think, because when I've done it before with cups, the epoxy, once it gets on there, you don't really notice it, but it's all good. That's why it's fun, right? Because even I can goof up. Everyone can make mistakes. So I think I'm gonna do the Madonna, which is kind of a lighter pink. And I'm not gonna do a whole bunch. I just want just a little bit of sparkle in there. Nothing too crazy. Just a little bit. I mean, that's not even like a full scoop, if you will. I just want just a little sparkle in there. Just a smidge. Yeah, just like that. All right, I need a glove. So I have my blue tape on here. I did put a new piece of tape on there. And my plan is in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna come back in and peel that back so that the tape does not epoxy itself to the cup. And because I'm using the bigger tape, I'm just gonna literally peel this back as it's turning so that it keeps spinning. So I've got just enough little bit, just a teeny bit of sparkle to this epoxy. And I'm just gonna set that there. So let's get started. So I'm gonna just little driblet. I dribble everywhere. And I'm gonna try not to go too high up that line just so then it's easier for me to peel that back. My goodness. Oh yeah, that is just the right amount of sparkle. And that's why, so the Gangsters and the Divas, I love them because I can just add just a touch of sparkle to my last layer of any project that I do. And especially for cups like this, the paint is such a, not dull, but it's just flat. If I'm making a cup, I want that thing to have some sparkle. So I always add a little bit of the Divas and the Gangsters to go kind of alongside with what I've done. Oh, look, see, I knew it would do it. So the epoxy's covering up where the little texture is, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Anytime I can hide blemishes on a tumbler, the better. So I'm gonna get this nice and coated. See, you can't even really tell. And if anyone's gonna notice it, it'll be me. And that's why we put tape up there. See, I just got epoxy on the top. And for these types of cups with these lids, you want to keep that natural seal. And that's why we put the tape on it. All right. So I've got this part here nice and covered. Just enough little bit of a sparkle. And so right here, of course, it would be right above the logo. This is where it was textured, and the epoxy kind of fills it in, and then any other little scratches and stuff, the glitter will help hide. Checking my edge, make sure that's nice and coated. I still have to do the bottom. Do not forget to do the bottom of the cup, Caitlin. All right, so that's good down up there. Now I'm gonna do the bottom. Just gonna move my cup turner with my finger. And I'm not doing like a super thick coat. I'm doing just a very light, thin coating here. And we're done. So I'm gonna let this spin and cure for about probably 20-30 minutes. I will come back in 20 minutes, check on it, and then peel back the blue painter's tape. And then I'll come back again in like, if in 20 minutes I'm not ready to peel it back, I'll come back like 10 minutes later and peel it back. But then we'll get this finished and show you guys the final result. But it's really cool because as it's spinning, you can start, the glitter's actually kind of moving around the cup. So it's kind of fun. So you can kind of see what it looks like when it's all said and done. But we will be back in just a few minutes to show you guys the next part, and we'll be all finished. Okay, guys, here it is. The Peekaboo Snow Globe Starbucks tumbler. These are so cute. So you end up with, of course, you know, the Starbucks logo still on it, and you can still see the glitter falling through, which is super cute. Love how these turn out. These are great gifts for, I mean, any time of year. I like that I did the little ombre. It just turns out, it gives it a little extra something, but you can just do a solid color. It doesn't really matter. But there it is, you guys. Turned out great. I really love how this video turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed making it. So all I ask is if you really enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up for a like. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Tumbler TV, and hit that notification bell. That way you never miss any of our tutorials. that we have or any other videos that we have. Our plan is to continue to do 2 videos a week. So if you have any other questions though regarding our channel or any questions about Glitter Chimp, go to our Facebook group, Glitter Chimp, on Facebook, obviously, and join the group. There's a lot of great information on there. Plus, we have a huge community of people in there that love to help out whenever me, myself, or any of our staff can't answer any questions for you guys. So, again, glad you guys enjoyed this video. I'll get another one up very soon. I'll also put all the links for the stuff that we use in this video in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. And you can see all the links for where you can get the cups, the paint, everything else. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you guys again soon. Bye!